Hello, hello. Happy Sunday. I hope you all are getting some crafting done. Staying warm. Oh, let me mute this. So, write a comment if you're here and let me know that you're here. I'm going to be watching also over here on my phone. So, if you see me looking over that way, that's why. So, this is what I'm working on. Teresa Kogut pattern. And I'm going to get this ready. And just a second. I'm going to send someone a link. Let me see if I can share. I can't share it. There we go. So we have a few people watching. Write me a comment. Let me know that you're here. And welcome to the chat. I should have showed you that. Some people want to know, how do you find the beginning of a Valdoni? Well, this one was up here and it was tucked in, and you could see that it was just going a different way than the rest of them. And that's how I find it. But I also pull from the center. So if you can see, there's one that's kind of loose in there. Do you see that one? Sticking out from the others. Chances are that that is going to be the end. And I'm going to pull that up. And there it is. That's the end. So now, hey Robin. So now I have two ends because I double it. And I need to push a blanket down here in my chair because it's kind of like the black hole in my recliner, that this ball will get down in that hole and then it falls through the recliner and all the way down onto the floor, and then I can't have to pull the chair out and everything to get it. Hi, Joe. Hope y'all are staying warm. I'm sitting here in my sweats, nice and comfy with my slippers on. I think I need some music on, though. It's very, very quiet. So I might put some music on. So, Robin, did you want to come up and talk? Joe, did you want to come up? I can put a link out there if somebody wants to come up and chat up on the screen. Show us what you're working on. So let me go ahead and I'm going to grab that link. Yeah, it's very cold. Actually, we had a lot of snow this morning when I got up. It was snowing really big, fluffy snowflakes. And then right now, it's still there, like on the grass and everything, but it is gone, like on the roads. If it will work on your computer. Okay, well, there's the link. You should be able to click on that. And we'll kind of try to get this going. So for those just coming in, I'll show you, this is the pattern I'm working on. It's Teresa Kogut pattern. I do have it in my Etsy shop. It's priviesandprims.etsy.com. And I only have to do the background. That's all I have left. You can see my numbers here that says 1, 2, 3, and it looks a mess. But on the back, it's nice and neat. So once I fill that in all around it, you'll be able to see the actual numbers. So let me know, Robin, if you have any questions about how to get up on the screen. 19 degrees. Yeah, I think we're supposed to have like a polar vortex. So we have 7 people here. Please go in the chat and say hello so we can greet you and know that you're here. And there's Robin. Let me bring her up. And say hello so we can. Okay, let me back us up a little bit. There we go. How are you? Robin. Let me bring her up. And say hello. Okay. Okay, you have to mute your YouTube page. How are you?
Okay, let me mute mine.
Not the StreamYard page, the YouTube page. Okay, you have to mute your YouTube page.
All right.
How are you? There we go.
There.
Yeah, because it was echoing.
Okay.
So this is Robin. She is from Bird and Hand Primitives. And she just put a whole bunch of stuff on her Etsy shop. So what are you working on?
This is what I'm working on.
You're working on the bunny that says spring.
Yeah.
So Robin has a lesson for everybody if you're drawing your own designs.
Always mirror the image if it has words or numbers.
Right. So I actually caught that before she punched it and sent her, put a comment. But that actually happened to me before. It was actually one of your patterns, and it was Jack Cat, I think it was called.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
And I drew it out because yours was like a watercolor doodle. And I drew it out and punched it, and I had the whole thing finished. And then I looked at the words, and I was like, oh, my gosh. So I had to pull the words out. Yeah, I don't know if the whole thing was finished, but a lot of it was finished. But the wording was all finished. I had punched it all before I actually realized it.
Wow. Yeah, I've done that. I've caught it myself after, I started working on it, but I'm glad that you caught it before I started. So what I did was I just put it out onto my tracing table. In fact, my husband just
it's going to be hard to see you and show punching at the same time.
Oh, that's okay. Well, in case anybody else wanted to see this, my husband just got me this. See, where do I have to be there?
Yeah, I can watch it on my phone.
It's a new tracing pad, and it's real thin. So it was so easy. My other one is a big box, and I have to go like this to trace.
So I have one of those, and mine's about 1/4 inch thick. It's amazing.
Yeah. I don't know what this is. It's pretty thin.
I'm so afraid to break it that I keep it when I'm not using it. I keep it in the box, in the bubble. It came in like a bubble wrap sleeve inside the box, and I keep it in that.
Well, you're smart. I have mine laying here.
No, mine, I don't have a workroom. So
yeah, it's hard.
I'm in my living room. Yeah. So I'll show you. You see that table set up right there?
Oh, yeah.
This is the middle of my living room, and that's been set up for a couple weeks. And I don't care because I'm not entertaining company.
Yeah, there you go.
It works for me. I could put it in the bedroom because my bedroom is huge.
I just have so many people in my family that are here all the time.
Yeah, so you need to protect yours, unless it's in a room where nobody goes.
Yeah, I'm back in my craft room and trying to separate my thread here.
Yeah, my apartment is over 700 square feet, which is big for a 1-bedroom.
Oh, yeah.
The rooms are pretty big, but when I move, because I'm going to move to Tennessee, it's going to be smaller. So I applied to 2 different apartments, and one of them has like a dining area. And it's like you have to walk through that to get into the little kitchen. And I don't even have a kitchen table here, but when I did at my last apartment, I didn't use it. So I sold it. I got it at a thrift store for $5, put a primitive tablecloth on it. And I think I sold it for $10 when I moved. But yeah, I didn't get one here because I knew I wasn't going to use it. So I have just this folding table that I set up when I need it.
I wanted to get one for in here because I do need another flat area to work on for sewing and whatnot. And I thought, well, if I had a fold-away table, it would be a lot easier, you know.
Yeah,
So
I actually got mine for camping.
Oh, yeah. Well, I could always use it too, summertime for picnics or whatnot.
Yeah, and it has adjustable, the legs are adjustable height.
Ooh, where'd you get that one?
I got it from Amazon, but it was, it's orange, which I really don't like orange. But it was cheaper than the other colors.
I'm thinking of just those cheap ones at Walmart that are white.
I'm going to turn this other light on, and I hope, can you still see what I'm doing?
Yeah.
Okay. Just helps a lot. I did a video of this. I'm going to turn the light off and I'll show you.
Yeah, you were doing the letters.
This little lighting hack. Can you see it? Because it's like flexible, and I just have it wrapped around my pole lamp, and then I can angle it wherever I need it.
Oh, wow.
But this is actually the base that's supposed to sit on top of a table.
I'd have to move my computer back and forth here.
So I'm sitting in my recliner, and I have this pole lamp, and then I just wrap this as like a snake, and I wrap it around the pole lamp, and then I just angle it wherever I need it to be.
That's neat, though.
I was gonna like try to find a pole lamp that would have a light like that, but I couldn't find one that I liked. So I thought, well, I'll do this in the meantime, and I just left it. It's like it works. My lighting here is really bad.
Yeah, my lighting in here is bad. I have an overhead light, but I don't like overhead lighting, you know what I mean, like middle of the room lighting.
That's what I have on the ceiling fan. And then I have a pole lamp, and that's all I have.
Yeah, I have.
You can see what I'm doing, right?
Yep.
So show them again. I think there are, let me see. Gosh, I can't tell. Okay, so there's 8 people. Hey, Kenneth.
Hello, whoever. I can't see the chat.
Okay, so Kenneth, if you, on your, not to Kenneth, but to Robin, on your StreamYard page, on the right side, it says private chat and comments.
Okay.
Do you see that? And if we click on
there we go. I got it now.
Okay. You can't comment. You can't like type in there. Only I can.
Okay.
You would have to bounce back to your YouTube page to type.
Okay.
So Kenneth is here. He's a moderator for me.
Hi, Kenneth. Nice to meet you. Hi, Joe.
And Kenneth, I thought that you were going to be probably at the other channel. I think it's Rayleigh Creative Travels. I expected you to be there tonight, so I didn't ask you to moderate, but thank you for coming over. He is partner channel with someone else in the RV community, and they all get up on the live streams together all the time. So, but that one might not be until 6:30, maybe. I think they're going to watch.
I don't know how long I can stay on, Doreen.
Yeah, that's fine. I think I'm only going to be on an hour because I haven't.
Probably for me just until the chaos ensues, because somebody's bound to show up at my house.
Yeah, I haven't had supper yet, and it's, it's like after 6. So you're in Pennsylvania too, right?
Yeah, up in Erie, right off the lake, and we're getting slammed.
So we have always do in the RV community that lives up there.
Well, anybody that knows Erie knows if there's snow to be had, we have it. Because where we are.
He always tells us how much he's getting.
Yeah, Lake Erie is a snow magnet, especially since it isn't frozen over. So the cold air comes off there, picks up the moisture from the lake, and then we are situated about a mile and a half maybe from Interstate 90. Interstate 90 is the cutoff. As soon as you hit 90, it dumps snow. We're in the snow belt, they call it. So
they always talked about that here. They always use 81. As that
81.
will always
That's
say,
south of
if you're
here.
above or below 81.
Yeah, that is. Does that go down like I think Clarion and stuff? If I'm
I
not
don't even
mistaken.
know. I pick it up when I go to North Carolina.
Okay.
I can't think of the name of where I get it, but it's like outside York. So it's way south of like I think what you're talking about. But that guy used to be a truck driver and he knows all the routes.
Oh yeah. My husband drove truck for a short time and it was too hard. I mean, I had 6 kids and he was always on the road, and especially when he was training, I didn't see him for I don't know how long, and he hated it. And so then he went to work at GE here in Erie, the plant, and started out in welding, and then he just retired, but he was a diesel mechanic because with his CDL, he got his diesel mechanics license and stuff, and his inspection license. So yeah, so he's retired. So he's in the other room. I've got my door closed and everything. It's like, you stay in there. I'm in here.
I used to say when I was in high school, I said I wanted to marry a truck driver.
Oh boy.
Because they were gone all week and I could be on my own, and then they just come home on the weekend and give me the paycheck and we have a little fun, and then they leave again.
Yeah,
that was
when my
my
kids
thought
were teenagers, that was no fun when hubby wasn't home.
Yeah, that was my thought process.
Mm.
And I wanted to be a stewardess.
Ooh.
I think everybody, like all the girls in my senior class, we all wanted to be a stewardess. But my dad worked for TWA. So that probably had something to do with it.
Yeah.
He
When
worked
I
at
was
the
growing
Philadelphia
up,
airport.
I went to Catholic school and was raised in Catholic church and everything, and I always thought I was going to be a nun.
You know what? You can't even see that snowflake, can you? Right here. Can you see it?
I can make it out, yeah, but it's just the lighting, because it is different than the color of the background.
Yeah. So I did all her most of the called for colors because they're DMC, but for the background, I'm using a Valdoni.
Yeah, I'm using
variegated green with a little bit of brown in it, and I'm just going to go for it. I mean, but you know what? It blends in even with the snowman, doesn't it? Like you can't really.
It depends on how you turn it. Now, when you turned it a certain way, I saw it really well. Right there, I can see it.
I think I maybe need to outline the snowman.
Oh, dilemmas.
Yeah, I think I'm going to outline the snowman with a tan color. And so the body shows up. Because to me, it's
that is cute, though.
You know what? I started doing it because we're in all this snow.
Hi, Linda. I'm trying to see anybody new come on here. Linda Lutz?
Yeah, that's my friend Linda.
Oh, hi, Linda.
We were Facebook friends, and then we met in person in October. So Kenneth said he didn't get a notification that I went live.
You know what? I didn't get one either. I had an alarm on my phone.
Maybe it's a setting that I had to put.
Huh.
Do you have to, Kenneth, because Kenneth goes live all the time. Do you have to do a setting, Kenneth?
Oh, my eyes.
All right. I'm going to hit this light off and let me see. I'm going to check something, so hang in there. If I go off, I'll be right back. No, it just says to set it for public. I don't know. Let me see. Settings. I seem to remember that there was some kind of setting one time that said that you would check it to let your subscribers know that you went live.
Oh, I thought it was just subscribers that have to check to be notified.
Well, they do, but I thought there was something on my end also. I don't know. But anyway, this is really blending a lot. So I'm going to outline. I'll leave the snowflakes alone, but I'm going to outline the snowman so he shows up better. Definitely not going to change the color.
I had to rip my word out twice.
You did I hope the holes didn't get too big.
No, they didn't, thank God. But I made the design a little too small. And so I couldn't make out the word at first, and I didn't like the way it looked, so I ripped it out and started again, and then I didn't like that, so I redrew a couple of the letters so that I could see, better, and redid that, and then it turned out okay.
You know what? I don't think she doesn't give detailed directions. She shows the drawing with the numbers on it, but for the background,
I'm trying to figure out my colors here.
I don't think it tells you what color to use on the background. I just used my own because I wanted the variegation. Oh, okay. It's the one that it says to use 5 skeins of it, but it's a Weeks Dye Works.
Ooh, that's pricey.
It's very pricey. I talked to her the other day on the What's a Paintin' Wednesday, and we figured it out. And I said, for what a ball of Valdoni costs $5.50, that same yardage in Weeks Dye Works is $37.
Yeah, that's expensive. This is what I'm working on, Linda. I don't know.
She didn't realize that. What's it, Linda saying? What's Robin working on? Usually have the reminder button on after you set up a thumbnail.
I got a hair. Fuzz in my mouth.
That was there, Kenneth. The reminder button was there.
Let's see if you can't see this. No, there we go. See, my light is bad. Trying to get it so that, nope, that's not good. Here we go.
I even bought a ring light, and it just puts these big rings on my glasses. I can't avoid the glare on my glasses. I can't get rid of no matter what. So tell them, Robin, for those that are watching, and then people will watch the replay also. So tell them my Etsy shop is priviesandprims.etsy.com, and tell them what yours is.
Bird in the Hand Prims, I think, is what I had to shorten it when I first opened it instead of Primitives. So it's Bird in the Hand Prims on Etsy.
And Robin is a pattern designer.
Sorry, what?
I said Robin is a pattern designer.
Oh. I do my thing. I just do my thing.
I love all the watercolors.
You know what? That's my problem anymore. I want to just draw and paint. And I'm enjoying doing the punching, but it's like I want to hurry up and get it done so I can draw and paint some more.
Can you do your watercolors and sell them as prints or as cards?
I've thought about it. I'm not quite sure what avenue to take with that. And I'm talking with a list because my bottom denture broke.
Uh-oh.
And it's still in there, but my husband fixed it. I don't know how many times with all this that's going on, and he just retired, and I'm eligible for Medicare now. I have to get a whole new denture. It won't. He got denture repair kits, and it keeps breaking. And finally, I said, forget it. So I have the bottom denture, but I'm missing the front teeth. Just snapped right out of it.
I didn't know there was such a thing as a denture repair kit.
Oh yeah, it's like resin almost. You have to mix. It has a powder or two different substances that he mixes, and then you put it on there. And yeah, I've used super glue too. That seems to hold longer, but I just got tired of it, and I said, forget it. I'll just wait when I find out for the Medicare. I'm sure it can't be that much out of pocket to have to add to get a new denture, because it's been forever. I've had these for years.
It's so funny that you're talking about that, because when you were saying like you'd have to get ready to go up on the screen, I was going to say, put your teeth in. And I didn't even know you had dentures. And I was just thinking, and I thought, no, I'm not going to say that to her.
I think that's funny. I would have laughed. It is funny.
I'm going
to. My grandkids didn't even know I had dentures till they broke.
My mom would swap hers out, and she would scare the kids with it.
I won't do that. I don't want them to be afraid of me. But then the one day when they broke, my one granddaughter, she said, Grandma, why are you talking funny? And she says, oh, my other grandma has fake teeth. I said, well, I'm glad then. I'm not the only one. I was premature when I was born, and I had nothing but problems with my own teeth all my life, no matter what I did. And I took excellent care of them. And I finally had, when I acquired type 2 diabetes, and I had the constant dry mouth and everything, and every filling fell out, caps fell off, my teeth. And it was a dentist that said, it's not worth it, Robin. Just get them out, get dentures. So.
Do y'all have snacks? Did you bring your snacks?
Oh, I guess what I have.
Reese cup.
I have keto peanut butter cups. They're
as we talk about dental work.
Yeah. Well, this is sugar-free. It's it's made with erythritol, which is another artificial sweetener. Let's see. Oh, no, monk fruit, which is fairly natural, but it's chalk zero. Let's see. See, I can't get this adjusted, but it's white chocolate peanut butter cups.
Oh, that's milk chocolate.
It's a toss-up for me, one or the other. But yeah, everything's keto, low carb. I've lost 130 pounds on it.
Wow, that's awesome. But did you lose hair? I heard people say that their hair fell out when they went on keto.
Well, it does thin, but see, I have thyroid issues too. So, I mean, one of the side effects of having hypothyroidism, which now, though, even keto seems to have cured that. My diabetes is almost non-existent. My TSH and T3 and T4, the tests that they do for thyroid, those all came back normal. And I didn't take my medicine. I had a doctor finally, after all these years, say, don't take your medication the morning that you get your blood tested. I'm a nurse, and I didn't even know that. Because they want to check and see how your body's functioning.
So I went to this doctor, had this little kind of like an iPad on there once, and they had Joe said, congratulations on your weight loss.
Oh, thank you, Joe.
So they had like little films that show, and we're echoing again.
Huh.
And it said to use food as your medicine. So I changed my diet a lot, and I had my A1C was at 6, which was pre-diabetic.
Right.
I just changed my diet, and it went down to 5.5.
Wow. Yeah, mine was 5.4 6 months ago, and I just had it done. It was 4.8.
That is a major difference.
Yeah, and I was up to almost 8. I think it was so bad at one point.
Wow.
It was
Hey,
horrible.
are you using a TTR or Ultra Punch?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, this is I've only ever had the Ultra Punch.
Yeah. So I did a video. I did a comparison.
Yeah, I saw that.
I didn't like the CTR.
I don't think I'd be able to do it because of my hand either.
It's so little, and my hand cramped up. But I'm gonna get those little rubber stopper, the pencil gripper things, and give it a fair try.
Oh yeah, wouldn't hurt.
But I had done this word frosty with it, with the CTR.
Mm-hmm.
And
I remember.
I cut the little rubber things to try to get it to the height that I wanted. And what it turned out, even doing that, it turned out I had to I'm punching now on number 2 on the Ultra Punch to get it to be the same as what it was. Like, I can't be bothered with those.
I usually punch on 1.
I do too.
Yeah.
But it was a different height than what I had gotten with the little rubber stopper things. And I was just like, oh my gosh, the Ultra Punch is so much easier to just dial the little thing. It's like a little maze, and you just do that. And
Doreen, do you sell the needles on your Etsy?
I do.
Okay, I need to get some because I've had this for I don't know how long, and I this is the medium needle.
Oh, you mean the tips?
Yeah.
I do not sell the tips. I did before. I bought some medium ones and sold them. And I have one left, but I'm keeping it just in case mine happens to break.
Yeah, I had a small and a large, and I can't find them. I've hunted up and down, but
I never used the small. I always used the medium. Like now, I'm hunting. This is number 8 Valdoni, and I have it doubled in the medium.
Oh, see, I wondered if you could double that.
Yeah, and I never changed my tip. I always use the medium.
Well, I'm wondering if mine is dull.
I think the tips are $6, but then the shipping is like $4. If you can find a local shop that sells them, you would save on that shipping because the shipping is almost as much as the needle tip.
Yeah. Well, that's true with so many things. We're not looking at looking at the chat to see if anybody's yakking.
It's pretty quiet in there, I think.
Is anybody else working on a punch needle at the time or right now, or rug hooking, applique, stitchery, cross stitch?
What's Linda working on? Linda's probably doing punch needle. And Kenneth isn't punching anything. He's just here to help out and moderate.
What are you doing, Joe? Are you working on something?
Linda's doing punch needle. So I met up with Linda in Pigeon Forge, and I said she wanted me to show her in person. Even though she was already doing punch needle, she wasn't happy with it. So she wanted me to show her in person. And I was going to be in Tennessee that same week. So I said, I'll meet you. I had the camper. I was on my 2-week trip. And I said, I'll meet you at Pigeon Forge. So we camped across the way from each other in the campground. And we didn't spend much time doing punch needle. We just talked.
Yakety yak.
Yeah. But I did help her with one thing, is on her gripper frame, You got to hear that drum.
Oh, yes.
And hers was really loose, like it wasn't tight enough. So I tightened it for her, and she said that she had never had it that tight before.
Well, I'm still on the lookout for a gripper frame, or just to buy the gripper strips and have my husband make me one.
Get the gripper strips on Etsy.
Yeah. They were $22, I think, for
with shipping. It cost me, I think, $26, 26 or 27. This is what I'm doing next. I have it drawn out and on my frame. You see that?
Sorry, Joe. Ooh.
So I have this in my Etsy shop also. But the gripper frame that I made on my video, it's big. So, but it's not big enough for that pattern. I reduced it to 75% so it would fit in my frame.
Oh.
Because I don't want to be moving it over the needles. Have you ever done that? Because Linda had trouble. She did it, and she had trouble with hers. And I didn't really know what to tell her except for what I've read on Facebook, like to put the press and seal over it. But she still had trouble with it.
Huh.
So I made mine smaller so I won't have to deal with that.
Yeah, I'm still using my hoops. I have the small one for this design here, and then my big one. I don't know the sizes. But I have a tendency to loosen my fabric because the way I hold it with my left hand, I'm pushing on the fabric, and it's like pushing it out of the ring, and it keeps loosening up on me.
I thought you did do crochet, Kenneth. What is glenoid? Oh, Linda's punching the one that I just showed you, the old tattered flag.
Ooh.
Oh, fell on November 30th for my rotator cuff. Whoa. So, Joe, can you still punch with that done? Not at this time. I say, I'm missing these comments. Had surgery for my fractured shoulder. Well, sorry about that. Did you see that? It's a shoulder socket. Did you see that Lori Brecklin, that she can't punch anymore?
Oh, Not Forgotten Farms?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Why?
It's some kind of something wrong with her hand.
Oh,
so now she's doing that embroidery. It's like a split embroidery.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't tried it yet. Have you tried it?
No. Well, I started out before I did any kind of crafts, I started out doing crewel work, which is just fancy embroidery stitches. And I would do these big, and then what was the other one? Candle wicking? No.
Candle wicking, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I use that thread for wool applique.
Oh, okay.
Well, I get it at the thrift store for like $1.
Yeah, it's nice when you can find it like that. But I just, what was I going to say? Oh, I have a hard time doing the punching and everything. I can't bend my forefinger or my thumb. I'm trying to get it in the right spot. And I tore a tendon. So it makes it hard to draw, to paint, but I've just learned how to do it with these two fingers straight. I hold it straight.
Does it hurt?
No, it really doesn't. I just have arthritis too, all that. So, the cold weather and everything, yeah, they ache. But when it tore, I didn't feel any excruciating pain. So I wonder if it happened in my sleep, because I woke up one morning and I just couldn't bend them. And it gradually got worse as the day went on, not pain-wise, but just mobility-wise. And then it just stayed like that. And this was last year around this time, because I remember posting something on it on Facebook when I was doing my today's pages.
Right. So were you going to go to that Stitchers retreat that Teresa Miller was doing? Is that near you?
I don't think they're having it this year.
Yeah, they were. I mean, last year isn't it like in Gettysburg? But it was like $300 it would cost, and I was like, I can't spend that just to go for a weekend.
You know what? I would, only because I have never been yet to any retreat, hook-ins, nothing. And you know what? For $300, I would do it because it would be a super treat for me.
Yeah, I've been to hook-ins, and they're like $10 for the whole day. You know?
Oh wow! Well, yeah, it's nice if you live nearby one.
Yeah. I've been to the hook-ins, but I can't bring myself to pay over $100 for a motel room.
Oh yeah.
All I'm gonna do is sleep there. You know, so, and it's really too far away to just do it as a day trip for me, because I think it was over 2 hours.
Gettysburg?
Yeah, and to where that was. And so then I was trying to check on like a campground that was nearby, because that would have been much cheaper. But the price, the campground, because of the time of year, the campgrounds were closed. They weren't open yet because it was in March, and they didn't open until April. So I didn't know what I was going to do. I mean, I would have had to have someone watch the dog and everything. So it just wasn't going to work out for me. But if I was able to go like to the campground, I would have been able to go like back during the day to let the dog out, you know, and take him for a walk and feed him.
Right.
But I'm not going to board him. He just turned 15 last week. And he would freak out, and he has a heart murmur.
Boy.
I just wouldn't put him through that. So now he's on seizure medications, which is doing well. He hasn't had a seizure since the day after Christmas. So
wow,
he's doing well with
this. It is, and anything that like similar to what a human takes.
You know, I don't even know. I just get it at the vet, and I think it is because I looked it up, and I think
Depakote, I think, is one that humans take. Well, that
I don't know,
I haven't worked as a nurse in years.
My sister is an epileptic.
Oh,
he only takes 25 milligrams.
Hmm.
We tried the 50, and he was like so spaced out. And I took him off it, and then the next day he had a seizure. So that was the day after Christmas, and then he just had to be off it because it was, you know, the holiday, and I couldn't get to the vet. But now he's been doing good.
Aww.
So it's been over a month.
That's good. Poor boy. Well, not poor boy, but
he pretty much like sleeps most of the day. And I think he's still a little bit dazed from the medication. But it's better than him having seizures.
What is he? What breed?
He's a dachshund mix.
Oh, so he's smaller.
I can show you. He's sleeping on the couch. Let me unplug this. You can tell me if you can see him, because I can't see what you're seeing.
Barely.
Yeah. He's just there. I mean, he's got his back to us, so he's usually up on the back of the couch, but now he's on the bottom. He's having trouble getting up on the couch now, so I had to take the cushion off the end, so it would be like a step for him.
Oh.
And then he gets up there, and then I have pillows on this end because he sleeps. He likes to get up on the back of the couch like a cat, but he can't get up there without help. So I have pillows stacked. So it's all about him. It's like that's his couch.
That's so sweet. I'm gonna eat a piece of my keto peanut butter cup here.
Yeah, I figured with Super Bowl we had to have snacks, right? But I didn't want to like eat crunchy stuff in front of people.
Wow.
Okay, so
I don't like either of the teams really. So I'm not,
No,
I do love football though, because I've always been a football fan.
I don't watch any sports. So here, for those that don't know that might be watching, this is called parking your threads, where like if this green got into the brown like that, if you can see at the top of the two, and then we'll just push it back where it needs to go, and that's called parking. So now you can see the ABC looks a mess, but once you punch around it,
Right.
then it looks better. I think it's coming out okay, but I left room. I still want to outline the snowman. And the snowflakes, you can't tell they're snowflakes at all, but that's okay. Maybe
I told you, I could see the snowflakes, but you have to have it turned and the light has to be hitting it a certain way.
You know, when I take a picture of one when it's finished or whatever, it looks so much brighter and everything shows up really good in it through the camera, through the phone. But when I'm looking at it in person, I don't see that. Like,
right.
There's so much more contrast when I look through the phone to take a picture of it. And I'm like, I don't see that. It doesn't look like that.
Joe said, it looks good. You got a lot done.
Yeah, I'm anxious to do the other one because I'm all about primitive. And this is like a cutesy primitive. And I do have a couple of these patterns in my Etsy shop. I have a lot of Teresa Kogut patterns. I tried 3 different designers. I tried the Old Tattered Flag and Threads That Bind and Teresa Kogut. And Teresa Kogut's patterns sell the best.
Oh.
And I think part of it has to do with the price because hers are only $12.
Oh. Yeah, see, I was going to make a pattern out of this specific design. The other ones are just doodles and doodle booklet where I don't give specific instructions, drawings, thread colors, you know. But I was going to make this one an actual pattern.
Uh-huh.
So I didn't know. I'm horrible at pricing because I would give stuff away for free. To tell you the truth, I'm actually not a very good businesswoman when it comes to that.
I have a lot of your free patterns. I appreciate it.
But you know, I've always done that. But Teresa's primitive tree. Oh my gosh.
Teresa's primitive
treasures. Yes. She told me, she says, Robin, you have to charge a little bit more. You know, the last time I had my Etsy shop, it was 6 years ago. So I bumped them up, you know, the cost. But they're all, like I said, just doodles. They're not patterns. And some of them are older patterns. So I left them at a certain price. So I didn't know if I should just charge still $8 for a pattern.
I think that's what hers are.
Are they?
I think so. So Teresa Kogut's are $12, but they come with fabric.
Oh, so that's more almost like a kit. Well, you get the foundation fabric.
Yeah, she has a diagram. Let me see if I can.
Well, on all of my actual patterns, I've always done a diagram, a drawing with an arrow pointing at the different elements in the drawing and what number.
So can you see hers? And she has the numbers on them, the thread number. So that's how Teresa Kogut does it.
See, I've always done that with my actual patterns. Now the doodle booklets, like I said, there's no instructions or anything, you know, it's just several designs. But this, I'm writing down all the colors, like, you know, how many strands of what color, it's DMC, you know what I mean? So that I have a full supply list, the diagram, instructions, you know, little hints, tricks, whatever. And then,
thank you, Joe.
What did I say?
You were keeping track of all your threads for the pattern?
Right. Yes. I'm writing it all down. So
And the
I
good
don't
thing is
know.
you only have to do that once, and then everything's a download. You only have to do it once, save it as a PDF, and then it's done.
Right.
I hate that part, though.
Yeah, I do.
I've done a few patterns, and I really don't like it.
Doing instructions. Number one, I hate to type. Number two, I lose my train of thought. I'll be going down one road. Okay, you got to do this next, every step of the process, and I start to lose track, and I go, oh, wait a minute. You know, like especially doing a doll, turn it right side out, do this, do that. Oh, wait a minute, I forgot to say you have to clip around the corners, and you know, yeah. Ooh. My brain's getting too old anyway. That's my excuse for everything. My brain is getting too old.
You know, I'm looking at this gold, and I think it might be too bright because everything's muted. But if I didn't do that, the nose would like pop out at you.
Oh.
Where I think by doing the gold around the border, it kind of balances out the nose, because if I did something more subtle here, that nose is going to jump out.
I think it looks fine. And I see the snowflakes really well.
You do?
Yes.
I don't in person.
Yeah.
Anyway, this will be sold. It won't be for me. It'll be, I think people have been asking me, I think I'm going to cut some horn books this week.
Ah.
And people have been wanting more horn books. Do you know, I think it was the first 2 weeks of April last year. It was when COVID kind of got in full swing. I sold 70 horn books in 2 weeks.
Oh my goodness.
And then it was like crazy. Every day I had the mailman picking up packages.
Wow.
And he's like, what's in these? It's just so hard. And I said, it's just a board.
Uh-huh.
So, but I was busy, and I was enjoying it. And then I started having the breathing problems and everything, so I stopped. But as soon as the stores opened up, Joe said she likes his nose. As soon as the stores opened up again, the sales dropped like drastically.
Yeah, but where would you be able to get it? Just a plain horn book?
I know, it's weird, because I was thinking, well, now that the people know where to get them, they'll still come and buy them here, because you can't just walk into a store and buy these.
Right.
So I was doing a lot of custom orders, and I won't do that again.
Do you router the edges of yours, or just?
No, I just sand them with a sander to dress it. But I won't do the custom orders again, because that's one at a time. And I was doing the other ones like assembly line.
Yeah. I'd rather do it that way.
It's a lot faster, and you actually, like, the profit margin is higher because you're doing it that way. So if I was doing like one for somebody as a custom order, you know, it was just very time consuming just to do one. So I won't do that anymore. I'm just going to I'll still do my own, you know, for whatever I want.
Right.
But I won't do custom orders for people. And I have some in this shop down here, a cross stitch store. And she sells some in there. And once in a while, she'll send me a check.
My husband made this and the one that I sold my one punch needle on Primitive Handmaids Mercantile.
Uh-huh.
He can make them, but he really doesn't have the tools anymore. He's not really into doing the woodworking. So one or two here or there, he'll do them for me.
For when you need them for your own.
Right.
Yeah, so I use a scroll saw, which isn't the best thing to use, but it's what I have. And I sit on my kitchen floor and do it. I have a video on my channel that shows step by step how I make the horn books.
You are just a jack of all trades.
Well, it's a necessity. I'm not going to go out and spend money.
Right.
You know, even at the wholesale place, it would cost me a fortune if I went out and bought one for every single thing I made. And then it doesn't fit, or it's not the right color. So the reason I bought the saw was like less than $100. It's just a cheapy Harbor Freight one. But the reason I bought
Harbor Freight, my store. I love it.
Yeah, the reason I bought this all was just to make my own for myself.
Mm-hmm.
And then people started saying, can you make one for me? Do you sell these? And so I started put some out there, and it just took off when COVID hit.
Oh yeah.
So I was doing a lot, and I get the wood from an Amish wood shop. It's their scraps.
Oh, they have their own sawmill and stuff.
No, it wasn't a sawmill. It's like a furniture. They make furniture.
Oh, okay.
Where I go, they make furniture and toys, and they put a box of these wood scraps out and they're banana boxes, and they sell them as kindling.
Oh my goodness. Are they pine?
They're all pine.
Yeah.
So I could go and they don't want you to pull from this box and that box to make what you want. You had to just take the whole box.
Mm-hmm.
So I would do that, but I would try to pick the boxes that had the bigger pieces in them.
Right.
So I could get some big ones. The ones I have right now they're not very large. They're like 8x8, and I have a whole box of them, but I'm just going to make them up and see if they sell.
Oh yeah, I would.
But I used to go and get 5 or 6 banana boxes from him at a time when they were selling really good.
Flipping my hoop around.
I have hoops in all different sizes, but I'll tell you, once you use a gripper frame, you'll never use a hoop again.
I know. I've heard that from every puncher I know that switched.
Yeah. And I just, in the last year, I remember last year I went to the Rug Hooking Guild, and somebody was telling me that they use it. And I took my weaver's cloth over and I tried it on somebody's gripper frame to see if it would actually hold it. And then I decided to try to make one.
Well, that's what I was going to ask. Are the teeth on the gripper strips finer for the weaver's cloth than they are for the linen for hooking?
That I don't know. On that Etsy shop, it's called Howard Brush, like Howard, like the man's name.
Okay.
HOWAR, Howard Brush Outlet not .com, Howard Brush Outlet on Etsy.
Okay.
And I think they're $20 for a 40-inch piece. And they're different numbers. The one that I got was a number 5. And I haven't tried to do monk's cloth or the linen. I never even touched linen before. And then I got that kit, that pattern for the sheep, and I won it in a door prize drawing. And it came on this fabric, and I was like, well, I don't know what this fabric is. I'm not sure. And it turns out when I looked at the website to see what it was, it's linen. But I think
Scottish linen and whatever.
I think of linen as linen clothes.
Yes,
clothes,
I know. A lot of people do. Now, I like the linen better than the monk's cloth because the weave is different.
It's very, it's like shiny.
Scratchy.
It's just, I know that the Old Tattered Flag said that they like to use monk's cloth. But I don't, when they do cross stitch, is that linen like that too?
No, that's Aida cloth. I think it's called AIDA or something.
No, that's different. There's something called linen that they use too. They use linen and they use Aida.
Well, I know for cross stitch, I don't think they use the Scottish linen or whatever that they use, that you use for rug hooking because the weave is so loose. It's so big.
No, I think it's more like the clothing linen.
Yeah.
I always remember that as something that wrinkles really easy.
Yes, that's just it. I love linen. I see so many cute dresses, skirts, and shirts, and I think, oh, for summertime they look so cool and comfortable, but they wrinkle, and I don't like to iron.
So if anyone's watching that does cross stitch, leave a comment and let us know, what is the linen like that you use on cross stitch? Is it like the same linen that clothes are made out of? So I saw some fabric. I was in a thrift store yesterday, and I saw some fabric that might be rug hooking linen, but I wasn't sure, so I didn't buy it. But I think I'm going to go back this week with the linen that I got in that kit and
compare it.
It's not really a kit. It's just a pattern. It's the linen with the design drawn on it. And I'm going to compare it and see if it's the same, because that stuff's really expensive, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. So if this thrift store has it, I didn't even look at the price, but if they have it and they don't know what it is and they're just selling it as regular fabric,
right,
I probably would get it. I don't really care for rug hooking that much, though.
I couldn't do it. It was really hurting my shoulder, and I was having a lot of issues. And, I mean, it's just, I just got to the point where the pain and discomfort just wasn't worth the end product, I
don't want to have to cut all the strips, and it's expensive.
Actually, I had fun. I enjoyed cutting my own strips, but, gosh, I sold all my stuff now. If I can't start rug hooking again, I don't have a frame. I don't have a cutter. I have very little wool. Yeah, I'm like Mother Hubbard, as far as any of the supplies go for rug hooking.
Well, we've been on an hour, so I think we're going to get off, and I'm going to get some soup.
I'm going to go get a cup of coffee, probably decaf because it's late.
I don't drink coffee. I'm a tea girl, but I got a lot done. That's all I have left to do.
Wow. Bit. Yeah.
So, there it is.
Yeah, I can't multitask real well. So I'm looking around for my thread. I'm talking to you. I'm looking for my scissors. And I didn't get very much finished on mine. But
you know what? Okay. Something else I'm going to do is I found that when I do one like this, where it's just like the edge just goes all the way out, I do to pick a color and do 2 rows around it. And I'll probably use this dark brown and do 2 rows around it, and it kind of frames it.
Oh, yeah.
So then when you put it on the board, it looks good.
Do you still back it with wool?
Not if I put it on. I don't. Only if I'm doing a pillow.
So how do you do it then?
You mean to put it on the horn book?
Wool. I'm sorry, what?
To attach it to a horn book?
Yeah.
There's a video on that.
Oh, then I have to watch all your videos. See,
I have to find the video. Yeah. So what I do is I trim the weaver's cloth, and then I fold it back and I glue it.
Okay.
And then I glue the whole thing onto the horn book. But there is a video showing step by step how I do that.
When I made my mat that I just sold on Primitive Handmaids Mercantile, I still did the wool backing and sewed the edges, but I had like antique upholstery tacks, and I just put one up in each corner to mount the punch needle piece onto it. So, and I even think I told the girl that bought it, I said, you can just take that off and add something else to it for seasons if you want, So
you just put a piece of wool behind the punch needle.
Yeah, and then you sew the edges.
Oh, so you just made it like a table mat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I don't know if I've ever done one like that. I've always mounted it on something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've made like pockets and stuff too, but when I mounted it before, I would just glue it. I just ironed the edges down and then glued them down real good and then glued it onto the wood. But I found all these old upholstery tacks I had, and I thought, well, I'll make it, just put one up in each corner, and then like I said, I told the girl she can just take it off and put something else on, you know.
Hey, Joanne. She's been lurking in the background, have you?
Hi, Joanne. Lurking's fine.
Yep. Just let us know you're here. Say hello. So, Robin, hold up yours and show us what you got done.
I finished the banner. See, I'll show the back. I finished the banner, and then
do this. Hold on.
I did the collar, and I'm starting on the flower. So I don't know how well the colors are showing on here either.
Yeah.
But
and I'm looking at a little teeny tiny part of my screen that has us on it, so it's hard for me to see.
Yeah.
So my Etsy shop is priviesandprims.etsy.com. I have patterns. I have weaver's cloth for $8 a yard. I have the punch needle, the Ultra Punch, and for $26, and I include a 12 by 15 inch piece of weaver's cloth, so you can get started right away.
And Doreen has many, many videos that I haven't watched.
Many videos. I also have some finished punch needle on my Etsy shop.
Ooh.
And I just got in 50 yards of weaver's cloth.
Wow.
So I am restocked.
I know where to go if I run out.
Yeah, and I already ordered some more because it takes like a month to get it.
Oh.
So I already ordered 3 or 4 more bolts. Yeah. So tell them your Etsy shop again, Robin.
Bird in the Hand Prims. My actual name is Bird in the Hand Primitives, but when I first opened my shop, they made me shorten it for some reason. I don't know why.
I'm going to see if I can pull up that Etsy shop like I did last time and post a link.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was having a hard time. I couldn't get the link to copy so I could paste it. And
let me see. Okay, I found it. So I'll put your link here and I'll put my link.
I appreciate the plug.
You're welcome.
Very sweet of you.
This is going to echo for a second because I have to open it on a YouTube page. Or wait a minute, maybe. No, I can do it right here. I forgot about that. Okay. There. That's Robin's.
I have a new design in the background that I watercolored, but I can't show it yet because it's going to be. Whoa, there we go. It's for something special.
Oh, okay. Are you doing anything for the magazine, the Punch Needle Primitive Stitcher?
I have never done anything for that.
I don't know if they pay you or not.
Huh.
I'm going to check into that.
Yeah.
I didn't renew my subscription because I'm so far behind. I've got so many patterns that I may never get to. So I didn't renew the subscription.
Yeah.
So, but I might if I see something that I really want.
Oh, and by the way, Chris Miller put up my page on Spruce Ridge. So now she's got about 15 of my designs on there.
That's cool. She's got nice patterns.
Yeah, she's adapting them for the rug hooking, and
right.
She's got a couple of them in different sizes. So that's just a little plug.
Okay, we're gonna sign off.
Well, goodbye.
I don't know when we'll be on
everybody.
again, but thanks, Robin, for coming up, keeping me company.
It was fun.
It's a lot easier when you have somebody to talk to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can imagine.
All right, bye
Okay.
everybody. Stay safe.
Bye.
Stay
How do
warm.
I get out now?
I'm gonna end it and you'll drop out. Or
Okay.
let me take you out first. There we go. Okay. Thanks everybody for coming and watching, and please leave a comment if you're watching the replay and let us know what you're working on. Bye.